Peace, peace, family. I'm back. I should be good now, family. Let me know if I'm good now or not. I should be good now. I had the wrong thing hooked up. Let me know if y'all can see me and hear me now. Am I cool now? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I should be good. Let me take this banner off. Shalom, shalom. Y'all climb in. I had a little technical difficulties. Let me know if y'all can see me and if y'all can hear me. All right, I'm good. Climb on in. Let me adjust my camera real quick, too. Y'all climb on in. All right, I'm back. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So y'all see the title. The title is called The Core Truth to Healing Lies in Nature, y'all. So we're going to do a little quick presentation today. Before then, I want to talk about some website updates. Anybody that signed up for one of them packages, y'all was refunded today. I canceled y'all site. I canceled y'all membership and I refunded y'all money. Just check your PayPal account. And the reason why we did that is because it's so many glitches and bugs on the site. We've been getting a lot of complaints about messages not getting to us and technical difficulties with the sites. So we rebuilding the website from the ground up. You still can go on there. You still can order and all of that. So anybody that spent any money on them memberships, your money was returned to you today. It's actually in your account now. Just check your PayPal account and check your email for the cancel. All right. And I think October the 8th is when the actual new site is going to be built. The new site is going to be for y'all. Y'all know me and somebody else created my site. So it was just a lot of my ideas and stuff put on there. It wasn't really customer friendly. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of complaints about people had problems navigating through it and all of that. So we finna make it customer friendly for y'all. So it should be ready on October the 8th. Other than that, man, how y'all feeling? Let me give y'all some shots out and then we're going to share this screen and we're going to get it in. All right, Terry Lester, shalom, shalom. Tiffany Daniel, shalom. Candace Mullen, shalom. Courtney L. Glenn, shalom. Sherelle, Talia, shalom, shalom. DeWeed, shalom. Isis, all of y'all in the building. Y'all climb on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me well and y'all can see me well. Type in some nines and we're going to get this thing started. All right. Nasi Mikael, how Mexico treating you, my beloved brother? You still in Mexico? How y'all doing? Shushana Hava. Shalom, shalom, queen. My bad about the smoke, y'all. I got some frankincense burning in the background. All right, so y'all can hear me, y'all can see me. Let's get it on in. So again, we are building a new website. The website is not canceled, it's not stopped, it's still working right now. You can go on there, you still can purchase and everything. But anybody that did purchase a membership, you received your money today. We refunded all the money back and we canceled the subscription because there was so many bugs we had to work out. We not trying to hold your money and then give you the videos. We want the herbal courses and classes already on the site when you pay. That's the reason why we did it that way. We actually looking out for y'all and not for us. So all praise to that. So look, I got questions today and I just really want to get into the simplistic healing approach to healing. The best way to find out how to heal your body is by looking into nature. The best way to find out what perfect foods that you're supposed to be eating, all you have to do is look into nature. The best things to do to find out how to heal your body when you become ill is to look into nature. Nature have a way of teaching you core truth. Nature don't lie. Nature repeats itself and do the same thing over and over again. So what we're going to do today we're going to look at nature and see what nature have to say about healing. We're going to look at nature and see what nature have to say about what we putting in our mouths and what we're supposed to be eating. Then truly, once you really dive into looking into nature, you're going to start seeing and finding out for yourself that we've been eating the wrong foods and that's why we sick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with y'all and we finna go through this stuff. And if y'all got any questions pertaining to this lesson, then let me know. So let me share my screen. Let me pull y'all up on my phone if I can see y'all questions or whatever. Let me see. Let me pull y'all up, share my screen. All right, it says I'm live right now. Nature repeats itself and do the same for y'all. All right, let's get it. Okay. If y'all can see my screen share, type in some 9s for me. If y'all can see my screen share, type in some 9s. And we finna get it in. What are we supposed to be eating? What did Yahweh naturally design our bodies to eat? What y'all gonna realize is 100%. Or well, we even give you 99.9%. We give that little fraction. Is your diseases comes from the food that you're eating. The food that you're eating is so foreign to your body because you're not supposed to be eating it that it's creating byproducts. These byproducts is toxics. These byproducts is tremendous white blood cells. These byproducts is rust on your blood. These byproducts are acidosis. These byproducts are fungi, mold. These byproducts or lesions. These byproducts is truly these byproducts of these foreign proteins that we eating. The byproducts that is sitting on top of our cells, suffocating our cells. Our cells cannot get oxygen because all the acid and mucus that's sitting on top of the cells, so the cell dies. That's what's causing us to be ill. That's what's causing us to die. But when you look at nature, you will notice in nature, and I'm not talking about domesticated zoo animals. I'm talking about wild animals in nature, not touched by man. Notice that they eat totally different from us. Notice that they don't have all these sick problems. Notice that they don't eat 35 meals a day. Notice that they don't cook their foods. Like once you really get into geographic genetics and where you come from and you eat where your ancestors come from, man, it's going to truly blow your mind. So let's just get to it. So if you look, you got the carnivore, the omnivore, the herbivore, the frugivore, and human. The whole point of this chart is to see where do humans line up at. Is humans carnivores? Is humans omnivores? Is humans herbivores? Or is humans naturally frugivores? This is the whole point of this lesson, because the moment you find out what you're supposed to be eating and you change back to that diet, of course, there's going to have to be a transition. But the moment you do that is the moment that your body start healing itself. The reason why we know this is because we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, damn near 1,000 healing cases. And I'm not talking about on just mediocre so-called illnesses. I'm talking about on stage 4 cancer, HIV, herpes. I mean, you name it, sickle cell anemia, diabetes, myalgia, any mellitus, any type of disease known to man. Through this healing method and approach, we done healed in so many so-called diseases, all by changing the diet back to the diet and creating that natural habitat that you, an environment that you potentially was supposed to be in the first place. All right, so now check this out. Now, when you look at a carnivore, we're going to start off looking at a carnivore because a carnivore is a meat eater. And a lot of human beings, especially so-called Negroes, eat a lot of meat. Now, it's other human beings that can eat meat. Technically, they're not human beings according to their own clinical trials of science, but technically other people can eat meat. But the so-called Negro, the so-called black man and black woman cannot eat meat. And we finna prove this today. We're going to prove it today. Now, when you look at a carnivore, the first thing you notice is the teeth. The teeth is totally different from a herbivore, a frugivore, and a human. All right. Matter of fact, let me blow this up for y'all can see this. For y'all can see that I ain't lying at all. Hold on. Let me blow this up for y'all. All right. Y'all see that? Now notice this. This is look like a lion or a tiger. Look at the teeth structure. Look at the canines on the teeth. These are made to rip through meat. These are made to break and crush up bone. Notice when a cat eats its prey, it eats even the bone gristle. It eats everything because it needs it. And notice this too. There is no cooking in nature. Y'all show me one mammal, y'all show me one species in nature that cook their food. You would never see it there because you need to eat the fruit in its raw state for you can get all of the phytonutrients and get all the minerals and electrolytes from it. Most of the time it comes from the blood. So just like this tiger and this lion chase down a gazelle and eat the gazelle and get all the blood while it's still raw, we do the same thing with fruits and vegetables when it comes to chlorophyll and it comes to the cellulose and it comes to the tannins of the fruit. That's the blood of the fruit. We need that raw because that's where all the phytonutrients is at. All right. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the teeth is different. The teeth is totally different. This is the carnivore teeth. Let's move over to the human teeth. This is a black man right here. Look at his teeth. Notice he don't have the long, sharp canines to rip into meat. Notice he don't have the long, sharp canines to break bones and stuff like that with his teeth. That's the first thing, the first distinction. Look, all you have to do is look out in nature and see what's going on. All right. So look, we're going to go through all of these. Let's just go through the pictures because the pictures speak for themselves. All right. The pictures speak for themselves. Let's blow them on up. All right. Now we're looking at a lion again. Look at these teeth. Do any of y'all teeth look like this? No, it don't. Meaning that you do not have the ability to rip down to the bone gristle of unless you cook it and boil your meat and you get it tender. That's why you have what they call them meat tenderizers. That's why, look, why do human beings have to buy meat tenderizers to make the meat so tender that it fall off the bone? Because their mouth is not strong. Our mouth and teeth is not strong enough to get an animal still alive and rip through his fur, rip through his flesh, rip through his muscle tissue, then rip through the bone. We don't have the teeth to do that. But notice this lion does. Notice this lion does. See that? All you have to do is look in nature and get the simplicity to what you're supposed to be healing and eating. How you supposed to be eating and healing. Now check this out. Let's keep it going because it gets deeper. Now let's get into the anatomy of the body. All right. This is a lion's paw. Notice he have paws and claws. He don't have hands and thumbs and pinkies and things like us. This is literally a predator's hand. Look at the claws. The claws is made for stopping the prey. The claws is made to rip flesh off of his prey. This claw is made to rip down to the bone. Do you have claws like that? Can you right now go to an animal with you can grow your nails out as long as you want to. Can you go to an animal right now and claw the animal so hard that you can literally rip through the fur, rip through the muscle tissue, rip through the ligaments all the way down to the bone? No, you don't. Why is that? Why is that? All right, let's keep it going. So you don't have canine teeth. You don't have paws. You have fingers. They have paws. You don't have claws. You have fingernails. Hold on. Let's keep it going. Because it gets deeper. It gets deeper. And your body is not made like this. Now, when you truly get into the anatomy of a feline or what we call a true carnivore, and notice this thing right here, what we looking at, this is a feline. This is a female lion. She do not eat no greens. She don't eat grass. She don't eat berries. She don't eat fruit. She don't eat herbs. The only thing this feline eat is nothing but meat. She's a mono meat eater. All right. We be mixing our meat with all types of stuff. Look, we'll get a hamburger with some grains and call it bread. We'll get meat, which come from animal flesh, protein. Then we'll put some herbal romaine lettuce on it, plus some fruit tomatoes on it. I mean, we literally mixing in one meal. You're having so many different types of food that ain't even for you. You got grains, you got lettuce or what we call herbs, you got fruits, then you got flesh. And then you have the nerve to get potatoes and fries with it and then wash it all down with water. So if you even see the way we combined our food, this is the reason why we sick. Now look at this. Look at the anatomy of the body. Look how the head is higher. The head is equal with the butt. That in the back always slouches in. Notice how the bulkier part of this feline is up front, and the more slimmer part is in the back, and how high the legs is, and the thick tall tail to keep it balanced while it's running up to 70 miles an hour to tackle its prey. Notice it's standing on all fours. You're not built like that. Notice how low to the ground, how low profile it is. This is literally a created predator. You're not a created predator. You stand up and walk upright. You see that? This lion can't sit up and walk like you. This lion can't reach out and grab a fruit off a tree like you. You see what I'm talking about? This lion is made for running and tracking down prey. Remember, it got the canine teeth. All right. Remember, the paws got claws to rip through flesh, to rip through meat down to the bone gristle, which you don't got. Now it's on all fours and it's low profile. And it's built like a damn Dodge. Look how it's built. Just all bulky in the front and slim in the back, ready to crouch and gallop and run to pounce on its prey. You don't have, if you look at the autonomy of your cells and you look at the anatomy of your body, you don't have none of these things. that suggests that you do the same thing that this thing do. And guess what this thing do? Its diet is predominantly meat. But notice the physiology of this entire animal right here is totally different from yours. So your diet is going to naturally be different than this lion's diet. Let's keep it going because it gets deeper, y'all. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. Let's look at this lion eat. What is it eating? All right, if you truly a meat eater, you will go in the jungle right now and you will run and catch you a prey with your bare hands and claws, and you will use them fingernails and you will use your teeth, your frugivore teeth, to dig in your prey, kill it while it's alive, and then you will eat everything. Would you do this? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You would think this was inhumane. Wouldn't they think this is inhumane?
Most definitely.
You would not, look, you would not go to the jungle right now and find a gazelle, which weigh about 2,000 pounds, 2 tons, and track it down and bite it in its neck and have enough momentum to pull it over and knock it over and start eating while it's still alive. You wouldn't do that because the natural anatomy of your body would not allow you to do that. You wasn't made like this. You are not made a predator. You don't have teeth to rip into this gazelle. You don't have canines to claw down to the bone. You don't have the stomach acid to even break down all this fur it's finna eat. It don't only eat the meat. You know, it eats the fur too. Realize how much acid your stomach have to produce to break down bone, to break down fur, to break down ligaments, cells, tissue, flesh, and blood. You ain't got it. Showing you, proving that you are not naturally a meat eater. See that? You was taught to be a meat eater, and that's why you sick. You was taught to eat foreign things that's not supposed to be in your body. That's why you sick. Because we are truly learning to eat from oppressors. We're learning to eat from our enemy. And our enemies, I'm sorry to tell y'all, technically are not human beings. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. Now, check this out. It gets deeper. It gets deeper, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Now let's get into the anatomy of the stomach. And we're gonna look at the human stomach, and we're gonna look at the feline or the meat eater stomach. Notice the esophagus goes straight into the stomach. Their esophagus is only about 7 inches long. You see that? Our esophagus is so long. It starts from our throat and it goes all the way down to our belly. So our esophagus is about 11 inches long. Theirs at the longest will be about 7 inches. That's your first indication that we're not supposed to be eating what they eat. Notice their stomachs are bigger than ours because they have to have more acid than us. Because the acid in our stomach was created to break down vegetable matter, cellulose. It wasn't even created to break down fruits because fruits break themselves down naturally in your stomach. So the only reason why you have stomach acid in the first place, human being, is for the acid, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach to break down the vegetables and the cellulose. The acid in their stomach is at a 1.5. That's enough to burn a hole through concrete, steel, petroleum, platinum, gold, whatever. And the reason why these felines or these carnivores, these meat eaters' stomach have such a high level of acid in it because it have to break down animal blood, it have to break down animal tissue, it have to break down animal bones, it have to break down animal cells, it have to break down animal anatomy. See that? All that fur and stuff, which you can't eat. You eat some fur right now, you're going to be coughing up for days, showing you that you don't even have the type of anatomy or the atomic physiology to even be eating this stuff. Now notice, as soon as it goes in their stomach, it literally goes straight into their small intestines. Their small intestines is only about 2 feet. Your small intestines is 30 feet. Theirs is 2, yours is 30. Then it goes into their large intestines and their colon, and it comes right out of their butt. So literally, a lion will eat a whole gazelle and go to sleep for the whole 24 hours. And the next day, that whole gazelle that it just ate, he will poop it out. That's how quick and how short his intestines is. You dealing with 30 feet of intestines. If you eat that meat is going to sit inside of your stomach and putrefy, and then it's going to rot, and then these proteins are going to start leaching from it, and then it turns into pus, mucus, acid, and it start literally burning and suffocating your cells. Then mucus set in, and then the mucus kill your cell. Then the cell goes through a stage of cellular mitosis because it's dying, because it can't breathe, because cellular respiration is not allowing oxygen to the cells, all because you eating the wrong food that was not created for you to eat. Look at this. This whole intestinal structure is totally different from yours. Totally. Now let's keep it going because it gets deeper. It gets deeper. I'm not making this stuff up. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Now, even when you get into meat eaters, look at it. Just look at it. These are meat eaters: cats, foxes, dogs, wolves, lions, and tigers. Look at their stomach. Look at their small intestines. Look at their colon. Look how short that colon is. Now you get into plant eaters, which is humans, chimps, alpaca, horses, cattle, and sheep. And these are different too. We're going to get into that as well. But notice it just say plant eaters. It don't give you a distinction of fruits or vegetables because all of them come from plants. But notice how different plant eater stomachs is different from meat eater stomachs. Notice the difference. Look at that colon. This is the colon right here. Look how short that colon is. Look at that. About 2 feet. Look how long our colon is. See that? About 10 to 12 feet. Look how short the small intestines is. About 7 feet. Look how long our intestines is. About 30 feet. So it's a complete difference. So look, the animal eater, the meat eater, he'll eat meat. It'll go through here quickly. You eat meat, it got to go through the stomach, then it got to go through the duodenum, then it got to go through the jejunum, the ileum. It got to go through all types of just long feet of intestines while it's rotting and putrefying. This is the reason why your boo-boo stink, because you got putrefying, rotten meat and proteins just sitting inside your intestines, leaching and giving all types of bacterium, all types of and then you know your tongue is an extension of your intestines, and that's why your breath stink in the morning. That's why you get musty, because all this putrefaction is just setting in and just leaping through your pores. Huh? Would you eat roadkill? No, because it stinks to high heaven and it look nasty as hell. But that's what happens when you eat meat and it goes inside of your intestinal walls. It turns into roadkill. Notice what happens on roadkill. All flies and maggots and shit just flying all over it because it's death and they come in and eat it up. Well, that's what's happening inside your intestinal walls, y'all. And that's where you get, instead of maggots, you get fluke worms, you get bacillus bacteria, you get fasciolus Busky, pinworms, hookworms, tapeworms. You get all types of parasitics. You get all types of things that is going to do harm to your body. And all you got to do is go look at nature. If you run over a raccoon right now, go back a day or two later and look what happened to that raccoon. It starts decomposing and maggots and flies set in and it stinks to high heaven. Same thing that's happening inside your body. Period. Period. Hold on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going because it gets deeper. See, nature shows you the simplicity of healing, y'all. It does. This is in the middle of the jungle, y'all. Look at this. This is in the middle of Africa. Notice that. He done ate the damn head, the eyes, the everything off this animal. I don't even know what the animal is. That's how you eat? Or do you take the delicate pieces of the animal and then you fry all the blood out of it, which you ain't gonna get no nutrients from it. Then you cook the meat, which is changing the electrical chemistry of the meat. Then you know you're not supposed to be eating it because in order to make it taste good, you put all herbs on it. Where's the allspice at? Let me get the garlic, put some lemon pepper on it. All the spices and seasonings that you using to put on the meat to make it taste good is herbs, because naturally you're created to eat fruits and herbs are nothing but vegetables. It's right there in nature. All we have to do is just sit back and look. And the answers and the key to your healing is right in nature. That's it. Let's keep it going because it gets deeper. Look, the rabbit hole going so deep today. Now, let's go back to this picture real quick. Hold on. So we just covered the carnivores. All right. We realize that we're not carnivores. We do not have canines. We do not have claws. right? We do not eat our meat raw, right? We can't gallop and run 50 miles per hour or more. We're not on 4 legs. We're not low profile with a tail to balance us while we're running. And we don't have enough momentum and strength to knock over a 2,000-pound damn gazelle or cow or whatever they be eating. So if you look at you compared to a meat eater, a feline, you are nothing like them. Chemically, atomically, morally, emotionally, spiritually, you are nothing like them. Meaning that your diet is going to be completely different from theirs and made for the anatomy and chemistry of your body. All right, so now we finna switch from a carnivore over to an herbivore. So now we finna go over from a carnivore and we finna move over to an herbivore. Notice the teeth of the herbivore. Notice how they're very, very even and they're very big and wide. That's for grinding. Grinding. This is like how you work a grinding mill. I got a grinding mill. Just bought a very expensive one for the clinic. This is how they work a grinding mill. Now, once we get into the anatomy of an herbivore, you're going to realize that you're not an herbivore either. Now, do we eat herbs when we sit to heal our bodies and transition us to our natural diet? Yes, we do. But if you want to slow down your healing and you're cleansing too fast, you detoxing too fast, guess how we slow you down? We tell you to eat vegetables. We got to talk about that. So let's get into the anatomy and the chemistry of an herbivore. All right, so we already got that we're not a carnivore. All right, we damn sure ain't no herbivore, and we get to that too. But I want to get to the 3 main parts. So the carnivore is an X out. All right, our stomach lining is different. Intestines is very, very longer than theirs. They have way more hydrochloric acid to break down bone, to break down not only bone, but to break down fur, to break down ligaments, to break down muscle tissues and all types of other stuff. They have canines, we don't. They have paws, we have hands with fingers. They have paws with claws to tear down a prey. They sit low profile to the ground. They walk on all 4s. We walk on 2. All right, they gallop. They got tails. We do not grow tails. Other nations grow tails, but not you, so-called black man and black woman, and so on and so forth. Now we move it over into the herbivore. The first thing that we're going to notice that's different about the herbivore is what? Their teeth. They have big old spacious teeth. And look, we be having 34, 32 teeth. This thing literally only has about 12 teeth. And they're very, very big for grinding grass, for grinding hay, for grinding alpha sprouts, for grinding herbs. All right. You don't have herb grinding teeth. Now, you do have molars, but you only have 4 of them. You can grow in wisdom teeth molars, but them hurt the anatomy of your body. You got to get them pulled, showing you that you do have certain teeth to eat herbs, but all of your teeth are not made to eat herbs. So what are all your teeth made for? Mostly fruits. And just a little bit of herbs. If you just look at the anatomy of your body, you can tell the foods that you're supposed to be eating. Now check it out. Let's look up this grass eater, or what we call an herbivore. Let's check them out. And then after this, we're gonna see if y'all have any questions so far. Now, when you get into the anatomy of an herbivore, notice this. The herbivore has 4 stomachs. A cow has 4 stomachs. You only got 1, huh? The reason why this cow have 4 stomachs is because it has to break down all of that cellulose that's on that grass and on these herbs. All right. Now, herbs produces, or vegetables produces, something called lectins. Lectin. This is a cellulose polymer protein. Yes, plants do not like to be eaten, so they produce these lectins, or this cellulose, to protect itself. Now, it is a sticky chlorophyll mucus substance that the plant produces for when you eat it, you don't want to eat it no more. It leaches, it causes leaky gut and stuff like that. That's the reason why we have to boil our herbs, cook our herbs, grind our herbs, and bake our herbs and do all types of stuff to our herbs before we get it to you, because we have to break through the cellulose to get to the phytonutrients and the electrolytes in the electrolytes and electrons in the herbs to heal you. Now, what do this herbivore do? He naturally have 4 stomachs, and each stomach he have a different set of hydrochloric acid to keep constantly breaking down these herbs to get through the cellulose. You don't have 4 stomachs to do that, but guess what? This cow do. The rumen, the omasum, the reticilium, and the abomacium. You see that? These are 4 stomachs that this herbivore has to constantly break down his food. Sometimes it regurgitate his food and then swallow it back down. That way, the food then grind it up into basically a liquid substance, but he can get all the phytonutrients that he need out of the food before he boo-boo it out. You don't have that anatomy, meaning that your stomach is not made for a lot of vegetable matter. Let's just keep it 100. Nor do you have the fat, wide, grinding teeth. Now, let's get into something real particular with the herbivores. Notice that all of their feet are different than your feet. All of their hands are different from your hands. Look how heavy this cow is. Look how his neck is so short. His neck is only made to go down. Down to do what? Eat grass. Down to do what? Eat things that grow from the earth, not too tall. He don't eat from a tree. He eat from the things that grow directly from the earth. You were created, in your anatomy of your body was created to eat things that grow directly from trees. That's why you stand upright. That's why you can extend your hands. That's why you have thumbs and fingers that does this, because you can pick ripe fruit. You are a frugivore. You are a fruit eater. But you sick because you eating what the cow eat. You sick because you eating what the lion eat. You sick because you eating what the white man eat. That's from the Caucasus Mountains. Huh? Fruits don't grow in mountains, y'all. Vegetables don't grow in the top of mountains with snow tops on them in the Mount Caucasus over there by the Black Sea. Guess what grows? Guess what grows in the mountains? Goats, lambs, things like that. So that's what they eat. That's why they can eat things like that and don't get sick as you, because the anatomy of their body and geographic location means something when you're eating. You eat where your ancestors come from. We are tropical beings that stay close to the equator, meaning that we eat tropical foods. We are islanders. We eat fruits. And sometimes we eat vegetables when we're not feeling good. But we done forgot that because we quit paying attention and looking into nature. Now let's keep going, because it gets deeper. It gets deeper. Check this out. Check this out. Now look at the way this cow is. If you look at the anatomy of this cow, do you see how easily the neck just go down to eat grass? Huh? Could this cow right now go to an apple tree and eat an apple off the tree? Only if that tree is small, kind of like a big bush. But apple trees don't grow like that. I'm talking about, matter of fact, let's do a mango tree. Could this cow right now go to a mango tree and pick the mango fruit off that tree? No, it can't. You know why? Because the anatomy of this cow, this herbivore body is not built for that. Its neck only extends 2 feet. It's supposed to extend downward to eat from the ground. It can't stand on 2 feet. This damn thing is about 3 tons. And it's on hoofs. It don't have exposable fingers, exposable thumbs. The anatomy of this cow, nature-wise, shows you that he's not a frugivore. He's most definitely not a carnivore to eat meat. He's made to eat nothing but grass and herbs off the anatomy of his body, which is the way Yahweh created him. Hold on, it gets deeper. Look how easily the neck just go down to the grass. You see that, Kawhi? How easily it is, showing you that all you have to do is look at nature and look at the anatomy of your body, and you can tell if you're being simple and smart, and you're not listening to the programs that they done told you and all these lies that they didn't taught you in school, because all of that shit is straight bullshit. And if you really just look at it from just a common sense mindset, you be like, damn, I ain't made to eat meat, and I ain't made to eat that much herbs. All I got is 4 grinding teeth, at the most 8 grinding teeth. Every teeth in this cow's body is a grinding teeth. I just got a few molars for grinding in the back. Dang. So that means I can eat vegetables, but I ain't supposed to be eating that much vegetables. So what is the anatomy of the human body? If you truly look at the human body, which we finna get into, what is he supposed to be eating? And that's what we're going to get into. And then we're going to talk about why we sick, because we're eating things that's foreign to our body. Just because it's not foreign to the earth don't mean that it's supposed to be inside of your body. It's foreign to you. And these things are creating some ferocious byproducts: acid, mildew, fungus, yeast, mold, uric acid, lactic acid, carbonic acid. All these things that need to be removed from the human body for you to heal, because it's obstructions. It's stopping the proper flow of oxygen, and you can't get the proper cellular respiration to bring vitality and to bring energy and power to the cell, which is through glucose and fructose. You see that? You're not getting that from proteins from animals. You done burnt it and cooked it all out. Hold on, but it gets deeper. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It gets deeper. Yeah, y'all. Somebody gonna be mad at me today. Any meat eater, they gonna be pissed off at y'all. Key. All right. Let's just show a few more of the herbivores. A few more. Look at that. Look at just how natural it is for him to just bend his little head over, because he's already built like that, to eat the herbs and the grass. Or you made like that? Do you walk around on all fours and you just eat herbs and grass like that? No, you don't. You walk on all tools. You have limbs that can bend and elbows, just so many rheumatoid things. And you see that articulate, you can pull things, you can pluck things. Why is that? And notice birds have wings, and birds have the most diversity of food eating because the anatomy of their body. They can eat fruits because they can fly to the top of the tree. They got beaks to dig in the earth to eat worms. They got beaks to crack open nuts and eat the seeds. So you will see that a bird have more variety on his menu than you or any other animal, because the way the anatomy of his body was made. I hope y'all truly understand what I'm saying. Do you think they get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's some deep stuff.
It might hurt, but
it's some deep stuff. I know your feelings hurt, but hey, I love y'all. That's why we doing this. Now look at this cow. Look how natural the physiology of this cow is, just to bend his head down, which he don't have to do. It don't take that much friction at all to do this, and he can eat from the ground because the way he is built, the way Yahweh have created this thing. Well, not this cow. Cows are actually made. They're made up things. I'm sorry to tell y'all, cows not even real, but you know. All right. Yes, this most definitely have been crossbreeded 1,000 times to become a cow, especially the cows with the black dots on them and white up beneath. Them are totally generically made, y'all. But that's a whole nother lesson we can get into. All right, now check this out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's get into the cow feet. Oh man, look at this cow feet. Do this look like this cow can walk up to a tree and pick a fruit in nature? No, it don't. Do it look like this herbivore can walk up and pick berries from a bush? No, it don't. Do this look like this herbivore can go and crack open a watermelon and pick out everything that it needs? No, it don't. Do it look like this herbivore can dig potatoes, sweet potatoes out of the ground? No, it don't. This anatomy of and physiology of this actual herbivore was made to eat herbs. And guess what? It don't eat nothing else but herbs. Everything in nature does what it's supposed to do, but us and the animals that they oppress and domesticate. Just like they oppress and domesticated us, now we eating shit that we don't even know what we supposed to be eating. Notice that. Notice gorillas. They got gorillas in the zoo eating fish and stuff like that. A gorilla is a frugivore. Got eating all types of stuff. Because it's domesticated and they took it from its natural habitat. Well, guess who else was taken from their natural habitat and they didn't bring their food? They didn't bring our food with us. Us. They just came and snatched us from the islands, snatched us from Africa, snatched us from Israel, snatched us from the West Bank of Africa, right? And then they didn't bring none of our natural food. They didn't bring anything that simulates our environment, nothing with us. And we out here dying because of it, y'all. We out here dying. Because we eating all these foreign foods that we're not supposed to be eating. Hold on. Let's get it. It gets deeper. Now look at this. Do your feet and hands look like this? No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. Not at all. Now, let's get into the birds. I want to talk about the birds for a minute. Because this is very, very deep. Because if you look at nature, you will see humans, right? But in humans, there's different classifications of ethnicity in humans, just the same as birds. If you look at birds, you have eagles, or what eagle is a carnivore. You have parrots. Parrots are herbivores. You see what I'm saying? Then you have the snow goose. That's a frugivore. You don't eat nothing but fruits. Yes, it's frugivore birds, y'all. And we finna prove this. But they all classified under what? Birds, fowls. But from where they come from, their geographical location, guess what's different? Their food. Oh, we got to talk about it. Dr. Sebi talked about it a lot. So you have a whole race of birds, a whole species of birds. Each different bird have its own category of food. And they don't crossbreed or eat things. You would never see an eagle eating a fruit. Eagle eats what? Strictly meat. Hawks eat what? Strictly meat. Parrots eat what? They eat shoots, they eat seeds, they eat a little bit of grains, and they eat what? Fruits. Yes, the parakeet eat nothing but fruits. Unless you domesticate it, take it from its natural habitat, stick it in a damn cage, and then you train it to eat what you want it to eat the same way that they did us. Oh, we got some things to talk about here, man. Straight up. It gets deep. It gets deep. Now look at this. It's talking about a bird that eats other birds. Look, this is specifically a bird. They call them large raptors. This is a hawk. This mug eats other birds. All right? Check out this hawk. This hawk is a carnivore. It's still a bird, though. Just like the black man is a human, but he eats fruits. A white man is considered a human. If you look at the anatomy, we'll get into that later. But if you look at the anatomy of a white man or a Chinese man or a Mongolian, they're considered human, but they eat different things because they come from different places. The geographic location is different. They come from the mountains, so they eat things that grows and thrive in the mountains, which is what? Meat. Predators. They come from the caves. We come from the grounds of the tropics, so we eat things that grow from the ground of the tropics. Fruits, vegetables, herbs. It's a difference, y'all. We're going to get to it, though. All right, so look. Now we're seeing that this is a bird that eat other birds, y'all. I mean, it says it. They eat doves, pigeons, all of that. It's called the red-tailed hawk. This is a straight carnivore bird. All right, let's keep it going. Let's look at any other birds and see what they eat. All right. Here go a vulture or eagle, bald eagle. Look at that. That's eating roadkill. We're eating it down to the bone gristle. See that? Look at that. Look at this bird. Let me blow it up. See that? Carnivore birds may hunt and catch its own meat. Or it could also prey on carrion vultures. You see that? What they do? Eat roadkill off the road and all of that. But then you got certain birds that wouldn't even touch it. Wouldn't touch meat. Because certain birds, where they're from, their geographical locations, the anatomy of their bodies when they eat that. For instance, Frugivore bird. Look at this pretty, beautiful bird eating out of an orange. You see that? Frugivore birds. See that? Or frugivores or fruit-eating specialists. You see that? Wax wings, tunacans, which is a parrot, are all frugivores and will eat fruits, berries, and fruit-flavored jelly in the backyard. Many other birds will also sample fruits, including thrushes, grouse quails, jays like blue jays, warrens. But you see that? This is a tropical bird that only eats fruit. It don't eat nothing else. It's a frugivore bird. Oh, just like the black man is a frugivore human. The white man is a predator human. It eats meat, proteins. You see that? The Mongolian, the Asian man, is a granivore. He eats mostly grains. That's why they love damn rice. You see that? According to the geographical location and where his ancestors was created from within the earth. See, look, nature will show you what you're supposed to be eating. Nature is the key to healing. Nature make healing simplistic. But y'all don't hear me though. I don't know why they ain't acting like these are daggers that's coming out, right? These are straight daggers, y'all. Y'all better act like y'all know. Oh, here go a granivore bird. Hold on. So we have granivore birds. These are birds that only eat seeds and grains. Look, you do it all the time when you go buy a bird feeder. What do you put in it? What do you put in it? Boy, these are daggers. Look, then you only have birds that eat only flowers and nectar. Like the hummingbird. It don't eat nothing else, just nectar. It's straight a liquefied dieted eater. It don't eat nothing solidified. If it's solid, it don't eat it. It don't eat nothing solid. It eats all liquids. I'm just saying, I'm not making this up. This is the way Yahweh made it. This is nature. This is natural. And when you get into the cosmic arrangement of things, notice sickness and disease disappear. See that? Now, let's go back to the first chart. because we have to match up with one of these. We have to match up with one of these. All right. Now, we know that we don't match up with the carnivore. Let me blow them up. We know that we don't match up with the carnivore. We don't have canines. We don't have the strong calcified bones, or what they call the osteo matrix, calcium matrix bones, to tear into the flesh of an animal down to the bone. All right. We don't have enough hydrochloric acid to even break down bones. That's why you eat a chicken wing, you throw the bone away, or you give it to what? Your dog, which is a carnivore, by the way. You notice you give your dog your bones and shit, right? All right. We don't have the paws to pounce in and to gallop and to make it up to 50 miles an hour to tackle over the prey, right? We don't sit low profile to crouch and hide and be a predator to hunt our prey, right? We don't have a tail to keep us balanced for when we running in and we hunting our prey, to keep us balanced and on track, right? Their eyesight is way better than ours. I mean, everything about it. We don't have fur, we have hair. You see that? So, I mean, your physiology compared to this lion is totally different. So the diet is going to be different. Then we move over to the herbivore. Oh, yes, I know that hurt a lot of people, because a lot of people think, well, we herbivores. Technically, we not. Do we have herbivore capabilities? Of course we do. We have molars. We can grind some things, right? Now, your teeth most definitely don't look like this. And they only have 8 to 12 teeth, period. You got 32 to 34 teeth. And if you like got them shark things going on, you got about 50 teeth. See what I'm saying? So they're not made to eat fruit. They're made to grind. And they got 4 stomachs. You only have 1 stomach. For they can keep breaking down the cellulose of all of these vegetables or vegetation that's on your table, to break them all down, then to literally digest it properly. You don't have all of that. Right now, and look at their feet, and you look at their hoofs and stuff like that. They don't have fingers to go pick from trees or nothing like that. They got split toes just made to walk and chill on, and it's calcified because they literally holding up 2 tons all day, 2,000 pounds all day. Ooh-wee. So you're not a herbivore. Now let's move over into primates. Your primates will be, other than a human being, a silverback gorilla. No, I do not believe in Darwinism at all. I don't believe we came from no damn monkeys. That's total BS and lies. If we came from monkeys, why we ain't never seen a monkey transition to a human being? So I don't believe in that. But is these primates close in physiology like us? Yes, they are. They are. We cannot lie about that at all. We can't act like we don't see that. Now, are they human beings? Hell no. No, they're not. They're wild animals. You are a civilized God that brought civilization to earth, built everything. I mean, you're the closest thing into the nature of Yahweh than any other man, human being, or creature or species will be on planet Earth. Without a shadow of a doubt. We are the gods here on earth. That's just what it is. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can turn into another channel. Now, when you look at a primate, like a silverback gorilla, notice his teeth. Don't them teeth look familiar? They look like ours, right? Notice what they preferably eat. They eat fruits, vegetables, and nuts, and they love shoots too. They love shoots, kind of like a panda bear. A panda bear love bamboo shoots. That's all it eat, bamboo shoots, and it love coconut meat, right? But if you domesticate a panda bear, it loves fish. But a polar bear is a pescatarian. All it eat is fish. They don't eat nothing else. And they will eat a little bit sea algae if it gets sick. It'll go get some sea moss and some Irish moss and kelp and stuff from the bottom of the Arctic floor and eat that to feel better. But notice you got the species bear, and it's 2 bears. They got 2 totally different diets according to their geographical location where they was made to be at. These are daggers. Can't nobody dispute this. If you look, we can do a wager. I'll put $5,000 to any contender that can prove to me that I'm wrong about this. $5,000. That's my word. I will have one of my wives set the whole debate up. I'm welcoming all challenges. You cannot beat this. And I'm not even digging deep into the knowledge on this. I'm just showing y'all bare minimum. So you look at the primate, notice that the teeth is like that. And when you look at a primate hands, notice that the silverback gorilla hands look like ours too. Now their toes look like their hands, but that's something totally different. For they can hang on trees while helping their babies and doing other things. But look, that's a whole nother lesson. Now look, let's look at the the frugivore before we even get to the humans, because we have to sensibly look at the human and match them up with the carnivore, the herbivore, and the frugivore to see which one he matches the closest to. All right, now let's get it. Let's look at how these silverback gorillas live. Let's look at how these silverback gorillas live. Before we do that, hold on. Let me see if y'all got any questions so far. Hold on, family. All right, before we get into the rest of these daggers, because we finna get deep into some daggers, baby. I'm telling you, when we look up these silverback gorillas. Before we do that, do y'all got any questions on what we talked about so far on the lesson? I'm not answering anything else right now. Hold on, we finna get into it. And this is, look, I'm finna prove today why you sick. We just going through a little bit of stuff, though. I'm going to prove why you sick, though. You sick because the things you eating, Yahweh did not create you to digest or ingest, y'all. Period. Period. Who want to bet? I got $5,000 on the, look, for anybody, 5 racks. 5 racks on the line. I had both my wives set it up. Anybody that want to challenge me on everything I'm saying, I'm making a bold claim statement, and I'm saying that human beings are frugivores. Human beings are frugivores. And this is according to all religions, especially the Yahweh belief. When you get into the Bible, the diet was what? Fruit yielding seed and vegetable yielding seed, which is still a fruit. Any vegetable that yields a seed is a what, Kawhi? A fruit. A fruit. We are frugivores. We ain't supposed to be eating anything that bleeds. All of that happened after the sin. When sin came into the world and the flood came, then notice the permissive will to eat meat. And then he said, okay, since I'm going to allow y'all to eat meat, the only meat you can eat is meat that eat herbs and eat fruit. We can't even eat meat that eat other meat. If you go to Leviticus chapter 11, you can't eat meat that eat other meat. You have to eat meat that eat herbs. It makes sense. Oh, man, look. All right, y'all. $5,000 for any contester. All right? Contender. I said contender. All right, so any questions about this? Do you think it's okay for white people to eat meat, though? Yes, I do. Because if you get into the anatomy of a white human being, a Caucasian, and where he come from, naturally, that's what he ate. Now, can he eat too much protein and kill him just like it killed us? Yes, because he's still a human being. He's more of a degenerative human being because he lacked the melanin substance. And inside of his melanin, he have ammonia. And inside of our melanin, we have selenium, which is what separates us atomically. But he can eat them type of proteins. His stomach is way different from ours. But if he eat too many proteins, he will get sick too. And that's why we have a lot of Caucasians coming to us as well, because they're eating too much of the wrong thing. Now, naturally, if he actually cleansed himself and got on fruits, he would live way better. But can he digest proteins and be fine? Yes, he can. Now, too much proteins or too much protons is too much acids that'll kill anybody. But the feline, because the feline was specifically made to eat just meat. The white man wasn't made to specifically eat just meat. Y'all, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't created to eat meat at all. And I can prove this with the anatomy of bodies, chemistry, through the molecular structure of our cells, down to the hydrochloric acid that's in our stomach sac, to the size of your intestines, even down to your nails, your teeth, the calcium matrix of your bones, you growing hair, other nations growing fur, headlight. I mean, I can break this down scientifically to a T, and I can do it with the Bible as well. So we can go spiritually with this, or we can go scientifically with this. Can't nobody win, because truth is truth. Nature is the truth. And the truth cannot be, I mean, you can bend the truth, you can hide it, you can cover it up, but it always gonna find its way to the surface, y'all. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Esau loved his carnivore diet. Yes, because he's the red and hairy hunter. That's what he does. That's what he does. But if you get into the nature of them, and I'm not talking about them, I'm just speaking facts. They're closer to the primate than we are. when it comes to fur and comes to hair, it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the pneumonia being inside of their melanin, and so inside of our melanin, we actually have selenium, which is an electrical mineral. So it's a whole lot of difference. It's a difference. They come from a different geographic location than us, so their diet will be different. Period. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now let's get back to it though, because it's more daggers, y'all. It's more daggers. Hold on. Let me share my screen again, and we finna get back to these daggers. This is why we sick. All right, now check this out. Remember, we was talking about primates here. Let me make sure everything is working right. Can y'all see my screen? If y'all can see my screen, type in some 9s. If y'all can see my screen, type in some 9s. Type in some 9s, y'all. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Yeah, that's why they always have. That's right, CC Williams, because the pneumonia actually burns up when it's cold. When it's hot, look. So this is how pneumonia works. When you boil pneumonia, it actually freezes, y'all. See that? But when you freeze pneumonia, it actually boils. They have pneumonia in the middle of their melanin and in their crystallized melanin. That's why in the winter you see them in sweats and you see them in t-shirts and shorts. You see that? But in the summer, you see them fully covered. That's the reason why, because they have pneumonia inside of their melanin and we have selenium inside of ours. But guess where pneumonia naturally comes from? It comes from a mineral deficient place. Well, the most mineral deficient place will be snowy top mountains, y'all, because nothing truly grows from them rocks. But you do see gazelles, you do see goats and lambs hanging up in the mountains, and these are things that they eat. Or they develop natural hunting skills and instincts like the red and hairy hunter. I mean, I'm not making this. This is truthful stuff, y'all. Like it or not, it's the truth. These are facts. These are facts. Yes, and that's right, Sparkle. The Alaskan people eat white blubber, or what we call the Eskimos. And guess what? The Eskimos are dark like us, but it's a totally different race of people. But according to their geographic location, they love to eat seals and they love to eat fish. And it do not hurt their body because they were created in that geographic location for that specific food. Their hydrochloric acid in their stomach will be totally different than us. Dr. Sabi did a whole lecture on that part. It's a difference between the Eskimo and the so-called Negro, who we are called the so-called African American. It's a difference. The food is different because we come from different geographical locations. Now look at this beautiful primate, what we call a gorilla, a baby gorilla at that. Notice what it's eating, and look at his thumb and his fingers. Look how I just pulled that fruit from that tree. Can any other animal do that? Can a lion do that? Pull that? That's what you call banana bread. It's eating banana bread. Can a lion pull banana bread fruit from a tree? No, it can't because it has paws. Hold on. Can a cow pull the fruit from a tree? No. No, because it has huffs. Huh? Can a dog pull fruit from a tree? No, because it has paws. Can a human pull fruit from a tree though? Oh, yes, it can. It can go and pluck it because it has thumbs and fingers. Boy, you cannot dispute this, man. You can't. You cannot dispute this. These are all facts here by nature. And that's why gorillas, have you ever seen a sick gorilla in nature? No, because all they eat is fruits, herbs, and bamboo shoots and nuts and seeds. Notice over here, if you go to the right, what is it eating? It's eating a leaf from the tree. But you do not see it eating meat. And these are the most strongest mammals on planet Earth. Ain't nothing more stronger than a silverback gorilla. Period. I just watched the whole thing and read an article. If they was the bench press, man, it blew your mind. Like if a primate can straight bench press a silverback gorilla, man, it was thousands of pounds that they can do with ease. And this is off a fruit and vegetable diet. No proteins, no meat, and barely no grains. Oh, we got some things to talk about. Now, what I want you to notice in this primate is that thumb and these fingers. Notice that thumb and these fingers were created to pull and eat fruit and to pluck fruit in a way that you don't need plates and utensils. And notice it's eating this fruit raw. It didn't put no spices on it or none of that. And I'm not even knocking it because we're going to get into that too, because you don't destroy the chemistry of your food when you cook it the right way. And we're going to talk about that as well. But notice that. You see that? And that's how Dr. Sebi was able to heal a lot of people on his alkaline cooked food diet. Now, look at that thumb. Y'all see that big old thumb? Oh, thumb just like yours, so he can hold his food right. Do y'all realize he would not be able to hold this banana bread fruit, this banana fruit, without a thumb? Notice, do you realize that you are the only creatures other than primates that have thumbs? What is the importance of these things right here? We're going to get into it, though. Let's keep it going. All right, so we got a banana bread fruit. Look at this primate. Eating an orange. Killing it, too. Look at that. Ain't that something? Notice we don't see them eating meat. We don't see them eating grains. We see them eating fruits with seeds. If you can have a gorilla as a pet, I think I'd get one. I'd be doing all types of experiments, just seeing what it does and how it acts behavioral wise. Hold on, let's keep it going. These are primates. Remember, we looking to see what's the closest thing we're created as or created to. Look at this. This eating berries. Look at it. Look how it's holding this. Do we see meat yet? No, we don't. Hold on. Let's keep it going. And after this, we're going to get into the human body. This deal got look. This silverback gorilla got a bell pepper. Hey, man. Boy, look at this. This big old muscular animal is eating a bell pepper. Never ate meat a day in his life in nature. Never ate meat. Little bits amounts of grains. Little bits amounts of nuts. It loves its bamboo shoots, though. I ain't gonna lie. It loves its shoots. And that's just the stem to the vegetable. But what it's gonna choose first is fruits. Bell pepper is a fruit, y'all. It's a fruit that got seeds in it. Remember, according to Genesis, Bereshit, according to Yahweh word, if it's a fruit-bearing seed, it's a fruit. If it's a vegetable-bearing seed, that reproductive part of that vegetable is considered a what? A fruit. We are frugivores. We're frugivores, y'all. Hold on, let's keep it going. So notice, it walks upright. Sometimes, most of the time, it walks on its forearms, but them deals walk upright a lot of the times too, right? It got arms for it can pull the fruits out of the trees. They have fingernails. They have thumbs. They have fingers. They have toes. They have teeth that look just like ours. Have a tongue that look just like ours. Sounds like a human is a frugivore. It's so many more pictures, y'all, that I can show you. I'm going to show y'all a few more, and then we're going to get into human anatomy. Look at that one. Eating some red berries. Looking through the trees. Eating some red berries, looking through the trees. Or, look, nature shows you what it is. Now, let's go back to the chart one more time. And let's break this down one more time. All right? Now, I'm a teacher. So I like to regurgitate and basically keep saying the same thing over and over for it won't leave y'all mind. So we finna go back through this because now it's time to go through the humans. All right. We looked at the carnivores. We cannot be a carnivore, which is a meat eater, because we don't have the canines to rip through the meat, the fur, nor the bone of the prey, right? We cannot be a carnivore or a meat eater because we don't have the short, small intestines nor the short colon to actually pass that meat through within 24 hours. It actually stays in our system for months and months, and that's how we get colon cancer. We can't be a carnivore or a meat eater because we don't have paws with claws and these talons that can just rip right through the flesh and bone of another prey or a fleshly thing, right? We can't be carnivores because we don't have the acidic hydrochloric acid in our stomach at 1.5 to truly break down the calcium bone matrix of a gazelle or of another animal that it eats. We can't be meat eaters because we're not on all fours and low profile to the ground to run and gallop and actually tackle our prey, right? We can't be meat eaters because we don't grow tails to balance us while we're hunting and we going through the vast plains of Africa to get our food. We can't be meat eaters because we do not eat our meat alive with the flesh blood dripping through it while the animal is screaming to high heavens and producing a lot of adrenochrome. You see that? We cook our meat. We put herbs on our meat. Then we eat our meat. We can't be meat eaters because we're no damn carnivores. We're not a carnivore. We don't look like them. Our physiology is nothing like them. The atomic matrix of our cells are nothing like them. We don't digest like them. We see different from they see. Their perspectives is different. Their spirit, emotion, everything. We are not meat eaters, period. All right, so that's out of the bag. Let's move on over. That's going to include an omnivore too. We ain't even got to talk about that. It's just a made-up name anyway. That was made over, 90 years ago or something? Now, we in the herbivore section. We are not herbivores because we don't have 12 teeth in our mouth, and that's it. No teeth in the back, just all grinding teeth in the front. All right? We're not herbivore because we don't grind with the front of our teeth. This is what we bite into things from. This is called the tasting teeth. That's why babies grow what first? The teeth in the front, for they can do what? Taste their food. Then when they grow molars, they start producing ptyalin. What is ptyalin? Ptyalin is actually an amylase enzyme to help break down their food more. So the front teeth or tasting teeth to humans, these front teeth are grinding teeth to herbivores. Not only that, y'all. They got 4 stomachs. You have 1. For they can break down the cellulose of all the herbs that they eat all day. Because they eat tons and tons and tons of grass all day, every day. Tons and tons and tons of leaves all day, every day. You need a whole lot of stomachs and a whole lot of hydrochloric acids to break that down and to get the phytonutrients out. They have 4 stomachs with grinding herbal mill grinding teeth, pulverizing teeth. You have fruit teeth, and you have 1 stomach, and your hydrochloric acid is not as strong as theirs. We're not done yet. Oh, you have fingers and thumbs where you can pluck and pull from trees. They have hoofs that's full of calcium for they can withstand all them tons and stand up on their feet all damn day. All right, now we're moving over to the frugivore, which is the gorilla. We know we're not gorillas, but our teeth are just like them. We know we're not gorillas, but we have thumbs and fingers just like them. We know we're not gorillas, but their digestive tract is exactly identical to ours. Huh? Oh, and they don't eat meat, and they only eat herbs when necessary. Okay? And we just looked at all the pictures. We seen these things eating nothing but fruits. Now, let's get into the human being. When you get into the human being, and what I mean by hue means colors, being mean a thinking faculty of man. So a human being literally mean a colorful, intellectual black man. That's what it means. So when you get into the anatomy of a human being, notice they have the same exact food preference and creative food preference as the silverback gorilla, or what we call the primate. It eats fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Notice it walks upright, just like the primate. It has hands, just like the primate, and it have molars in the back. Not too many of them, because molars are made for grinding up cellulose, pulverizers for herbs, showing you that we can eat a little bit of herbs, but the main function of our teeth is tasting and to bite into simple amino acid structures, or what we call monosaccharides, which comes from fruits. A little bit of disaccharides, kind of a little bit of pentose. We can get that from our grains, maltose from our grains, but galactose from mother's milk, from the mother's breast, just like the primate. You see that? But other than that, we ain't putting nothing else in our mouth. Well, we're not supposed to be, but we are. That's the reason why we die. Now, let's get into the human anatomy of the body. Now it's gonna get real deep. It gets deeper. Hold on, let me get to it. All right. Here it go. Matter of fact, let me hit this one first. All right. Now, if you look at this human species, this black man, notice how he's easily walking up to the tree and just pulling an apple from the tree with ease. Can a lion do that? No. Can a tiger do that? No. Can a hyena do that? No. Can a dog do that? No. Can a gazelle do that? No. Can a cow do that? No. Because what? The physiology of these animals or not at the expense for they can move around and eat fruit from trees like that. The only species on planet Earth that can stand up upright and pluck a fruit from the tree like it's supposed to be plucked is what? Primates. A silverback gorilla, a orangutan monkey, a rhesus monkey, anybody that's in the primate state, and guess who else? A guy like Bean, or who we'll call the so-called black man and black woman, and the rest of the human beings, period, too. But they prepare the food according to the anatomy and geographical location of their bodies as well. All right, let's get it. Hold on. Because it gets deeper. Notice the thumbs. Notice the fingertips to just pull a ripe fruit from its tree and put it to your mouth and use your teeth-tasting teeth and then put it in the back and just swallow it on down. You don't need that much hydrochloric acid because it's made of 88% water anyway. Y'all see how Yahweh made nature? It is just so beautiful and it's so truthful, y'all. Just so truthful. So beautiful and so truthful. Hold on, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Hold on, we're not done here. Now, let's just look at the human anatomy of his body. All right, the show don't look like a cat. He stand upright so he can grab things higher, eat towards the sun. He have lengthy arms that bends so he can grab fruit. See, look, notice Yahweh created the physiology of your body for your fuel to your body. The only reason why your body look the way it do is for the food you eat. So according to how you look, it shows you what you're supposed to be eating. Do y'all really get how simple this truly is? Now we know the foods that we need to eat to cleanse our body. You eat for elimination. That's the only reason why you eat. You eat for your foods can help you eliminate. You see that? You get your true phytonutrients and vitality and power and energy from breathing. It's called cellular respiration. You need electrolytes and you need these foods to break down into sucrose and glucose to power the cell and to move the cells by way of electricity through the nervous system. Remember, the blood feeds the body. Well, how do the blood feeds the cells of the body? By way of cellular respiration. You breathe in and then you have something called a pump. The pump is not your heart. The pump is your lungs. Your heart is a valve chamber to turn the pressure up to your lungs and blood or not. And you breathe in this oxygen. This oxygen takes a molecule hold of iron phosphate through your blood. Your blood actually takes the rest of these electrolytes to each individual cell of the body to fire off the cell into ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is when glucose truly gets turned by the Krebs cycle into what? Nitrogen and carbon dioxide. And when nitrogen and carbon dioxide mix together, it creates hydrogen and oxygen, which is water. And it fires off the cells through glucose and fructose. So you get your true energy and you get your true vitality and power and energy from the air you breathe. In the Bible, we call it the Ruach HaKodesh or the Shama, which makes nefesh, the soul. That don't come from food. That comes from you breathing. Now, the food you eat supposed to help you cleanse and eliminate. That's what you eat for. You eat for proper elimination, y'all. You breathe for proper nutrition. I know we all been thinking it the wrong way, but it don't work that way. That's the way it truly works. And then all they have to do is sit back and look at nature and really do some real science, and they will tell you that this stuff is true. Now, look at the anatomy of the body. Look at the arms. They're totally different from a predator or a carnivore arms. Look at the arms. We are totally different from a herbivore arms. They don't even have arms. They got legs, 4 legs. You see that? These arms are for we can eat high. Because we need food with the most, basically the most photons. All photons mean is light cold frequency. That's given by the sun. We need to eat food that is closest to the sun. What food grows closest to the sun? Fruits that grow from trees. Hold on. I ain't done. I am not done. Let's get into these hands. Look at these black man hands. Look at them. Do that look like a paw with claws to go and just tackle down a gazelle or tackle down a zebra and eat his head off while it's still alive? No, they don't look like them. Them are hands. Them are fingers to peel bananas, to peel oranges. You see that? To pluck fruit out of trees. You see that? To pick certain seeds that you cannot swallow out of your food. Look, a cat and an herbivore can't pick seeds. Look at their paws. To pick certain seeds out of soursop because it's a neurotoxin. You see that? To pick certain seeds out of certain apples because they're neurotoxins. They can just get their fingers. Can't no other animal do that. You were made to eat fruits, brothers and sisters. These are the facts. I know it hurt, but this is the truth. And this is why you sick, because you don't want to realize the truth. I know it's different than what you've been doing all your life, but you have to realize the truth and heal yourself. And the only way you can heal yourself is by eating the natural foods that Yahweh created you to eat according to your geographical location, for you can eat for elimination. You eat to cleanse the cells. You eat to move the lymphatic system. You eat to open up the kidneys and the nephrons to get rid of the cellular metabolic waste. That's what you eat for. You don't eat for your stomach to feel full. You don't eat to feel good. You breathe to feel good. That's why you got yoga and all aerobics and many types of breathing exercises, because they didn't figure something out that you didn't figure out. You get your nutrition from your oxygen. You get your cleansing mechanism and elimination properties from the food you eat. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. It's a lot of unlearning and relearning that we have to do, family. All right, now look at these fingers. Look at them black man hands. Look at them. That's what I'm talking about. That is for plucking and picking fruit. All right, let's keep it going. And for labor too, but we talking about eating right now. All right, let's keep it going. I just want to look at black people just pick fruits and eat fruits. I love it. It's beautiful to me. Look at this. Look at this black king right here. Got an apple. Just picked it from a tree. You show me another species that can do that other than a primate. Oh, none of them. Because the physiology of their bodies, the anatomy of their bodies, the chemical makeup and structure of their bodies was not made to eat fruits. It was made to eat other things. We were created to eat fruits. We are frugivores. Every fruit yielding seed after its kind. Every vegetable yielding seed, which is still a fruit, after its kind. That's the original diet of Adam and Eve when they was in their angelical forms, when they were light beings before they got kicked out of paradise and put on earth. That was the original diet to sustain an angelical electrical light being form. These foods, the fruit is made for God, y'all. And we eat them secondhand nature like they nasty or something. Got a whole big ass plate of damn meat and then big old vegetables that you'd have cooked all the phytonutrients out, and then you just got one little fruit on the side. No, we have to change the way we think about what our food is. We eat to eliminate. We eat to loosen our bowels. We eat to go to the bathroom. That's what you eat for. To cleanse all the obstructions out of your body, the metabolic waste. Because you breathing and just living life, you create byproducts. Uric acid, lactic acid. You see that? Acidosis, cellular mitosis, cellular apoptosis. We have to cleanse and move these things out of the body, because with friction come heat. With heat come combustible chambers. With these combustible chambers comes residue. This residue is what you call acid, is what you call calcium deposits, is what you call spurs, lesions in the bones, is what you call osteoporosis, is what you call MS, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes mellitus in your pancreas. Mutating cells they call cancer. Because we're not properly eliminating our food. And then the food that we eating, we wasn't created to eat. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. Hold on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Go another black king. Look at him. Oh, look at him picking berries from a tree. You show me another species that can do that. You show me another species that can do what he's doing right here. Picking a berry from a tree. I ain't talking about primates. I ain't talking about monkeys. I ain't talking about gorillas or nothing like that. Them are primates. They are a part of the primate family. I'm talking about any other species. Technically, we will be a part of the primate family. We'll be like their superiors. But y'all see that? Wait. Show me another species that can do that right there. Oh, I'll wait. I got $5,000 on the line. We can raise it. We can raise it up. What you think, Kawhi? We can raise it? We can raise it to 10. 10 racks. $10,000. I'm most definitely good for it. It's in the bank. Who want a challenge? Who think they got it? Who think they got it? And we can use the Bible. If it's a Hebrew, we can use the Bible. Whatever, however y'all want to do this, we can do this. This is how truthful nature is. Once you get out of your own biased opinions and all these programs that this white man then put on you and see things for what they really is. This is undisputable facts, y'all. And this is how we have so many healing cases and so many high successful healing cases, because we know the right food that you're supposed to be eating. I'm stopped it right there. I think I went in enough. Yeah. When I go live, what time I go live? What time is it? It's 9:26. I'm gonna keep it short today. So I'm gonna answer these questions. I'm going live twice this week. I answer these questions tomorrow. But yes, y'all, this is truly how we're healing the body. What's going on, y'all, is that y'all eating the wrong food. These wrong foods are foreign to your body. Your body look at them like invaders. So what this food do is they turn into acids, y'all. They literally turn into acids or acid forming food, or what you call mucus forming food. And these mucus is very, very destructive to the cellular mechanism of the body. You're suffocating your cells and you're keeping your cells from breathing in oxygen to get the power and the vitality that it needs for you to move through everyday life and use energy to live. And the moment that your energy or these melanin meridians, or what we call melanin highways, get blocked up, or what they call the interstitium part of the body get blocked up with acids, mucus, and obstructions and dead cells, because the lymphatic system is not working, because the kidneys messed up, because you've been eating all the wrong foreign proteins and foods, this stuff literally starts to chew and tear and eat on the body, and you become inflamed and sick with disease. And next thing you know, cells starts uncontrollably dividing and you get your diseases. And all they do is what the doctor does, because the body is trying to heal itself. So you start feeling symptoms from it. You go to these line doctors, these doctors are going to find the location and find whether it's inflammation or it's water or osmosis, something like that. And they're going to make a clinical title for that disease. That's what's happening. What's going to cleanse you is how you eat. You eat to eliminate, y'all. That's why our diet program is all elimination foods. These are called fasting foods. These are foods that you eat to truly loosen up your bowels, to loosen up the duodenum, to loosen up the jejunum, the ileum, to loosen up the obstructions and the mucanoid plaque that's on the bowels so you can properly eliminate them. That way you get proper circulation of blood flow and oxygen to get your nutrition from the sun and to get your oxygen from the sun. That's the whole point of your body. We have to remember that your body is the electrical gas chamber complex. That's what it is. You are literally an alkaline battery. This is a vehicle, and you're projecting through this vehicle. What are you feeding the vehicle? You will not put diesel in a premium car. You will not put unleaded in a damn Jaguar. You will put premium gas in your Jaguar, and you will put diesel fuel inside of your diesel truck, because these things were created for that type of food according to their geographical location. It's the same thing when it comes to nature. So if it's the same thing through every analogy in history, why is it different when it comes to you, so-called black man? Why do you think you can do what you want to do? Why do you think you can eat what you want to eat and be okay? You are in a damn illusion, family. Y'all have to wake up, and I love you enough to bring this information to you raw and uncut, because that's the only way it seems like that y'all hear me, is when I'm yelling and cussing at y'all. It's time to heal, family. Truly, it's time to heal. All right. Well, look, I love y'all indeed and in truth. If anybody want to challenge me on that, we'll write the check out. We'll set up the place and we'll get it in. Anybody want to challenge? You can bring your religious books. You can bring your scientific books. You can bring your philosophy books, whatever books. I'm studied up in all of it, all the way around. And I got clinical trials. We in the laboratories. We really, really doing the work. Anybody that want to challenge this, y'all, holler at me. I'm saying this, we are natural frugivores. And until we get back to that frugivore diet and start transitioning to that frugivore diet, you'll have mental illness and you'll have sickness setting in your body and manifestation. Period, point blank. I'll be back tomorrow to answer y'all questions. We can talk about herbs. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. But I really wanted to spend most of my time today giving y'all that presentation, because this is the reason why we sick. We sick because of our spoons and our forks, and we do not know what we eat. We don't know what food is. I just told y'all what food is. Make sure it got seeds in it and start your healing process. All right. I love y'all indeed and in truth. I'll be back live tomorrow around the same time. We usually live every Tuesday. The clinic is coming together well. The herbal store and vegan restaurant is coming together well. Man, a lot of things are cracking off. The website is being rebuilt from the ground up to better suit y'all needs. So all of this is for y'all, family. We truly love y'all, and when I say we, I'm speaking for my whole entire team. So love y'all indeed in the truth. Most I willing. I will see y'all tomorrow. Shalom, shalom.